So unfortunately, we haven't picked up any fixing for our Rakdos' return yet. And also, there's nothing really in this pack that we're looking forward to playing. There is a second Tower Drake, which looks like it's going to be my pick. I could take the Archon and look to splash that. It wouldn't be terrible, but I don't know. I'm not really liking my early game for a defensive deck at this point. Like, I have an Is It Charm and a couple of 2-drops, but Tower Drake. I mean, I think my primary plan here is going to be with the Teleportal to just play out creatures, get in some early damage, and finish them off with Teleportal, Explosive Impacts, or a combination thereof. So, if I had something like, Mizium Mortars, or even a Street Spasm, wowza. So there's a pack rat in this pack, which is surprising. Somebody took a common over that, so clearly the person to our right is not drafting black. Maybe they're in Silesia. So for us, we could try to splash the pack rat, though as I've said, we don't have any fixing for it. Splatter Thug is the card I would be looking to take otherwise. We really don't want to lose to a pack rat, but I'm not in really a place to play it. I am trying to splash the Rakdos' return. So I'm going to take the pack rat. It's just absurd, and we can prioritize mana fixing in this pack. But these are 2 cards worth splashing black for. So on this pack we have a lovely gift of Cyclonic Rift, which we could not really hope for much better at this point. And there's a Street Spasm, as we were hoping for. So, what a nice series of cards for us. So, yeah, this isn't the most focused deck we could have, but the power level of the cards is very high. So, I'm just going to try to make sure we can cast our cards. And otherwise, I think we'll be happy with what we have. So here I think the pick is, we're not going to take the Skywatch. So the pick is between having the Guildgate, as we were just talking, up the mana fixing, or the Bluster Squall, which we don't really need with our Teleportal. So this is another pick that's like between power level and consistency. And I'm going to take the Bluster Squall. It's just too good to pass, I think, at this point. Okay. So this pack, there's another Late Augur Spree. I think the pick is between the Barrier or the Rune Wing. Rune Wing, Barrier, like I wouldn't be considering the Barrier if we didn't have these very powerful late game cards. Rune Wing does fit better with a Teleportal Bluster Squall plan. Gosh. I'm gonna take the Hover Barrier. I'm just all over the map. And here, I'm gonna take an Allaying Fire. Oh gosh. So we really can't play a 3rd Explosive Impact. That just seems absurd. But Pursuit of Flight is not good in our deck at this point. We have very few cards that we want to jump. We probably are not even playing the first one, I think. So, Aqua Steed is not going to make it either. So, I'm just going to take the 3rd Impact. And we as you see, we picked up 0 mana fixing in this pack. What card do we least want to see? We don't really care about any of them. I guess Skullrend. We get a late Electromancer, which is quite a gift. And a bunch of garbage. I don't think we're ever going to play that Courier, are we? We're more afraid of Mind Rot. Yeah. Hey, so we have a creature, which we probably won't play. A Fireman's Foresight, which no, we don't have We have some juicy targets for that. I'll take it. We're not gonna play it, but we did get another guild gate. So we didn't really stay focused this draft. I didn't, sort of going with the flow, taking the best cards, which kept coming. So I think despite that, the overall power level of this deck may very well be just enough to win for us. So as I said, Pursuit of Flight, not really what we're looking for. Cobble Brute, not great if we're not playing Pursuit of Flight, but we might play it just to have a creature that can trade. I'm going to start with, considering running 2 impacts. Trader's Instinct I don't really like in this deck. Crasher I'm not thrilled with, but it is a big guy, and if we get off a Cyclonic Rift, we can live long enough. See, Cackler really doesn't look good in this deck. Teleportal. And so we're at 21 cards. There's a Pack Rat. Did I put the return in yet? No, I didn't. Have not put the return in. So Rakdos' return, Pack Rat. So with these cards, we have so many cards that will win us the game if we can get there. That should be prioritizing picks that will help us to live. And there is not really much here. I think that excludes Essence Backlash and Rakdos Cackler and Trader's Instinct. Explosive Impact I just can't. I don't think I can justify running that with Tenement Crasher, Impact. Just, I don't want to get overloaded with cards I can't cast. This is going to make from some very bad opening hand. Even Teleportal, just it's not seeming terribly exciting. It might be a liability. As much as I want to run it, Electromancer's is good with. Weird, it's okay with. Pack Rat. If I've got a Pack Rat, I'm doing okay already. Lobber Crew, it's not good with. Hover Barrier, it's not good with. Void Wielder, it's not good with. So, it's not terrible, but it's far from great. I don't think my only creatures I'm not playing are Batterhorn and Rakdos Cackler. Which I just don't think that it's worth trying to play that. So I might just cut that card. I think I'm going to cut the Teleportal here. And I think I just rather have the Buster Squalls that will save me, and that can act as a fog, whereas Teleportal is only a fog if you're killing them, and then they don't get another turn, or if you can put them so low that they can't attack you. But so if I cut that card, the only problem is I don't really have much else to run in its place. I could run a Batterhorn, which is very underwhelming. I'm not running Pursuit of Flight. I just got the Teleportal. Downsize. I just don't like that one much either. And the currency has the same problem as the second. I don't think I want to run cards with currency over a third impact until at least I see my opponent has something worth stealing. Though to be fair, I think currency would be pretty good in this deck, as all of our permanents are pretty awful. So, question is, do we play the Teleportal and just hope use that as another big hammer? Or do we play that? Like, Battlehorn just isn't a great card to try to stabilize with. It is not very exciting for its cost. Yeah, I'm going to start with the Battlehorn here. See how that goes. This is really close, but just teleportal. If I'm splashing Pack Rat and Rakdos' return, so I'm already looking to stumble. It's possible that I'll stumble in early turns, in which case teleportal is just going to be awful. I don't really have I don't have Splatter Thugs. I don't have Stealer of Secrets, which make teleportal useful even if you're not overloading it. I just don't have I don't see a really exciting line of play where I'm just happy to be drawing teleportal unless the game's gone long and I've stabilized, in which case I have these other cards. So I think that's going to be the pick. So we have Magic Online is suggesting 6 islands, 9 mountains. We do have a single annihilating fire. Otherwise, our colors are pretty close here. Color sorting. So Electromancers we want to play early. These ones we don't care so much about. We don't care so much about early. Rift we don't care so much about early. So yeah, we're pretty even here. So I think one last we're gonna cut 2 for the 2 Izzet Guildgates, and then I think I want to play. I think I'm gonna play 3 swamps because Pack Rats is just that good. So I could do 6, 6, and 3, which gives us 8 of each color, which is a little dicey, but I'm feeling risky. So this looks like it. We're going to go. We're going to keep our fingers crossed and our toes crossed and try to make it through round 1. So see you then.